Love this podcast? Support this show through the Acast supporter feature. It's up to you how much you give, and there's no regular commitment. Just hit the link in the show description to support now.
This is what renting furniture with Feather looks like. Pieces that fit your style and your space, and cost less than your monthly phone bill. Oh, and did we mention delivery and assembly included? Feather. Start renting at livefeather.com.
Welcome back to another episode of Wrestling Around, and this week we're doing another In Your House 15, A Cold Day in Hell. But before we get into that, joining me is the world famous Terry Peters. Terry Peters, how are we doing?
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I'm good. Wet outside, isn't it? Just cold.
They meant you was wet then. Being Terry Fish, obviously you are wet.
Being in water all day. I was in water earlier when I had a shower, so I guess I was wet today.
There you go. Ladies and gents, Terry Peters in the shower. We'll just live a minute.
That's what WAP stands for, isn't it? Wet ass Peters.
Wet ass Peters.
Somebody needs to do that now. Somebody, right, who's good at video editing just needs to get that. Yeah. And singing. They don't have to be that good at singing. Just needs to get that video, like the music video, and just put Peter's head on them both.
I'm a wet ass Peters.
Have I not already done that? I think I might have done that in one of our group chats, Peters. But
if you've done it, put it on the Wrestle Around Twitch. social channels.
Twitter, yeah.
Do it on all the things. People need to see it.
Wow,
joining me as well then is our video editor in chief, Will Malcolm. How are we doing?
I'm good, thanks, Ross. How are you?
I'm not bad.
Yeah. It is wet outside, isn't it? But I've not been out.
I have chaos at the old Aldi, and people were looking at me right for wiping my trolley down. Just because it's raining, I'm not going to get COVID. You know what I mean?
It's not anti-bac rain, is it?
No, but people were looking at me like, "What's he doing?"
Yeah.
I'm like, you're outside, but you're underneath a roof anyhow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Nah.
Let me wipe my trolley down. I haven't forgot.
Yeah.
Christ.
Gotta wipe it down.
I also stand in a place in the little thing before you go in, so nobody else can go in there with me. Because you know what I mean? 2 meter rules still applies.
Yeah, I do. Okay.
You know what I mean?
I went to a Tesco the other day, a different Tesco. That's what I normally go to. Because I went out to vote, and I thought I'd use the Tesco near the polling station. God, great. They had a traffic light system. So you just couldn't go in. You just locked the door. There's too many people in.
Good stuff. That's what you need.
Outstanding. Well done, Bond Street, Tesco Metro in Leeds. Yeah. Good system. Solid system.
That used to be, it's not a thing anymore, is it? That must be one of the places left. Aldi have a traffic light. I've never seen it work, though. I've been going there for over a year.
Yeah. But now it's, because a lot of people think the pandemic's finished now, don't they? But
I've had that said to me several times.
Yeah.
Now COVID's over. What do you mean, now COVID's over?
Yeah.
Just go away.
We're getting there. But
it is a bit bad.
It's over in Florida, though, isn't it? Because AEW are doing full capacity at the end of the month.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus
to be fair,
Christ.
It's been over in Florida since last year, so.
Yeah.
Americans, you're backwards. You're just absolutely backwards.
Yeah, well, I think the UFC already done it, haven't they? In Jacksonville.
Christ.
Jacksonville's the place to be, apparently, if you want to watch the sports entertainment and get COVID.
In fairness, WWE, when they did WrestleMania, yeah, you've got a limited crowd because of the size, but then they put them all in the same seat.
Someone tested positive as well, didn't they?
Jesus Christ. You're just not shocked anymore, are you? Sometimes I'm glad we live in this little island.
Yeah, weirdly. We're in the government with the second or third worst handling, so not doing too badly. But yeah.
It could be worse, though.
That's it.
That's all you've got to have. It could be worse. Speaking of AEW, then, have we seen Blood and Guts?
No.
I've seen 1.5 matches.
There's a few things about Blood and Guts I wanted to bring up. The first thing is, I believe there's only one live match.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were warned about that.
I was going to say, was this announced? Because if it wasn't announced, then screw you, AEW. But if it was announced, then the fans are idiots.
Screw you, idiot fans. There's 5 people into the refund.
Yeah, there weren't many.
It was definitely, everyone knew about it.
Yeah,
if you're one of those 1,000 people going to AEW every week, and it must be the same people who go because it's been at the same arena for a year.
Yeah,
you're going to be pretty hardcore. I don't think there's any casual people who just go, "Oh, there's some wrestling on. I'm just going to buy a ticket." Like they all know what's going on.
Yeah. They knew they did know, and one person on the internet was bitching this week about it, and everyone was just saying, "Well, you had literally had the opportunity, you were told." So,
yeah,
no, man.
Fair
in
play.
that case, screw you, fans. Yeah, come on,
fair play to AEW on that one.
Fans do better. All right, we haven't seen the show, but I'm guessing we've all seen the end.
Oh, we sure have. Yeah,
I've not seen the end, but I've seen the picture.
What did we make of it?
Just
right, I've seen the picture.
It was the drizzling shits, right? And then everyone's like, "Oh, did you want Chris Jericho to fall on concrete?" No, just shoot it from a different angle. How many times have we seen Shane McMahon?
Yeah.
Jump off something mad, and you just don't catch the ending because like there's just something slightly in the way, so you don't fully see the landing. Everyone knows you land on the crash pad, right?
Yeah,
that's fine, right? We all know that, but you don't have to show it, right? They didn't even paint. They put cardboard down to look like steel. That looked good.
Yeah,
paint the back.
That's what my exact thing. Paint the back.
It popped up, but it was just landing on cardboard. It looked like it was landing on one of those big foam pits. It didn't look good, and it was weirdly how defensive people were getting of AEW. Like one, if it was WWE, everyone would have took the piss out of it because they did with Shane at WrestleMania 32, and that was nowhere near as obvious that was a crash pad.
No,
so it was just bad camera work again, and it's
AEW
wrestlers are getting let down by the production quality.
I have seen
Kenny Omega and not Dean Ambrose, sorry, John Moxley.
Yeah. Well,
yeah,
I mean, Eddie Kingston got let down. Stupid, didn't it? Yeah,
they got let. Yeah, Eddie Kingston. Yeah, he was the worst of it. They got let down by a bad finish, and this was just bad camera work.
I did hear people this week say that AEW do need to try and improve their production values on that front, and maybe need to do some training.
Like I am not obviously I am a wrestler.
I mean,
with the Wrestling on Wrestling Federation,
as we'll get to.
But yeah, all they had to do was film it from the other angle of Jericho on the edge. MJF's gonna push him off. Just stay at that angle. Just watch him fall, and then cut to him at the end.
I think he gets a lot of stick Kevin done, but he knows how to shoot things
most of the time, unless it's AJ Styles' debut, which I'm still not about.
Apart from that,
and Edge's return,
he wouldn't have got that wrong, would he? I don't think. See that? Yeah, but that's two things out of what 20 years.
Yeah. I'm still not a fan of K Dunn's thing. I think
he does cut too many.
He cuts far too much,
but he's a very good. He knows what he's doing, and that wouldn't have happened on his watch.
We have seen some big bumps, haven't we? Like Shane when he fell off the thing at SummerSlam 2000. Yeah, you could tell it was a crash mat when they went up close, but when you see the actual shot, it's the wide shot in it of him just going and falling, and then they zoom in on him. Well, you can totally tell it's a crash mat.
When it comes to me, is Shane McMahon versus Kevin Owens, where he manages to hide Sami Zayn. Obviously, if you're in the crowd, you can see that he's there, but if you're watching it, you don't know he's there until he pulls him out of the way.
Yeah,
which is just good work. But yeah, come on, AEW, just paint the bottoms. You've done so well to make this cardboard look like Steve. Just paint the bottom.
Did look really good there.
I wouldn't have known until it popped up.
I'll tell you what, Ross. Here's an original idea I've just thought of off the top of my head. Why don't we do AEW Blood and Guts next week?
What? Wrestling around doing AEW. Let's do it. Screw it. It's on iPlayer. It's on ITV Player, isn't it?
ITV4, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, screw it. We're going to do Blood and Guts.
Because I got into the habit of watching AEW for a bit last year. I still got the series link on my Sky Plus box, which is really clogging up my Sky Plus box. So I might as well use it for once.
I'm willing to do it because I want to see how good I've it because I don't watch it. I've seen little tiny bits.
We'll only be 2 weeks later for review coming out. So
screw it.
I'm sure people would love that, and we won't get over it at that point.
We're a retro channel, and
we are a retro channel. We do all shows.
Retro.
We do.
So we've got to work for it to be old.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
2 weeks is old. I'm one of these where and nobody wants to see Jericho fall into concrete. We just want to see them do the stunt better.
Yeah, that was it. And it was just a lot of bad fair takes from a lot of wrestling journalists who should know better, to be honest. I won't name names because we want to make friends on this channel.
No, but
yeah.
It's one of these. It's the. Have you ever seen Russell Howard's What Next Brigade?
No.
Yeah, it's one of his early shows, and he does this full thing. He's basically taking the mick out of the Daily Mail and people like that. And it's like he'll say something totally innocuous. But like say, I don't know, schools are going to start serving halal meat to those who want it in whatever. And he's like, what next? People get like the mouths open and they're getting YouTube just pushed into that. It's completely. He did one about, I think there was something about people having the choice for abortion. And he said, well, what next? The babies are going to have nooses as soon as they come out. It's like that, right? It is, nobody's saying that.
Yeah, so he accurately predicted Lawrence Fox. It's cool.
Yeah, he did. Maybe that's where he gets all his stuff from. Yeah. Lawrence Fox, who I don't know, has he been beaten by Binface?
It's close for us. I think as we're recording this Saturday morning, I think it's close between Binface and Lawrence Fox.
There was that YouTuber, isn't he? That Nico Obilana, who's got more votes than him.
Yeah, he has. He's got more votes, I think. But yeah.
Also, while we're on, we're turning this into election round.
Oh no!
Well done, South Glasgow, for Jada Franson getting 46 votes.
Oh, is that awful woman from
Britain Fest?
Oh, okay. She's on the go.
Yep, she had a go at Nicola Sturgeon. Nicola Sturgeon said, "You're a fascist and a racist, and South Glasgow rejects you." And yes, they have, because you got 46 votes.
Oh, yeah.
In one of the UK's biggest cities.
Yeah.
If you're listening, Jada Franson, turn it off. You're a piece of shit. There you go. I can't. It's been making me smile because I'm not a fan of the elections results, but that's been making me smile all day.
Yeah, good.
Anyway, right then, the important stuff. While we're all here, we've had Wrestling Around Wrestling Federation Wednesday Weekly Wrestling. This is time for the roundup.
Episode 3, I believe it was.
3.
Yeah.
Should we?
What happened to us?
The BMG.
The BMG. Well, that was. So he was meant to be facing referee Randy Anderson, who obviously screwed him the week before. But Randy Anderson, like a coward, ran away, even though somehow he ended up on the rest of the show refereeing the matches because the rest of the scenes. But he ran away, and he was replaced by Macho Man Randy Savage. Which
BMG picking up an impressive win.
Yeah, he went anyway, so that was good. But next week they will be facing each other, Randy Anderson and the BMG.
We had a battle royal for the to become number 1 contender for the KFC.
But obviously,
Wrestling Around Rules battle royal, so it's First Blood.
First Blood instead of throwing over the top rope. Classic. And that was won by the debut in Burger King. But there was some big returns in that.
Bob Ross returned.
Bob Ross returned. William Regal made his debut.
Intercontinental Champion.
Intercontinental Champion, William Regal.
Adam Pacitti had a better show than he did.
He did. He came second,
match.
and he was really good. Yeah, he was really impressive, Adam Pacitti. Sal Volcano from Pascal Jokers.
I can't remember who else was it.
Eric Bischoff.
Eric Bischoff was there. He did not an easy night for Easy.
I can't remember that first.
Colonel Sanders.
Sanders had he needs to get a win.
He is struggling, Sanders.
He needs to get a win.
And Anderson retained his championship against Tyson Tomko.
Yeah, he did. That was a good match, though, actually. It was
announced at WrestleMania Backlash that he'll be facing
Luke Gallows.
Everyone's favourite henchman, Luke Gallows.
Yeah, it's the People's Champion versus the Real Champion. What else happened? There's some trios matches, wasn't there?
Oh, God, right. So the first trios match was Daniel Bryan against Bray Wyatt.
Yep.
Daniel Bryan's won.
Yeah, 3-0.
3-0.
Yeah.
And then and then we had the Rocks.
Potentially the worst match in Wrestling Federation history.
I think that's the longest match in Wrestling history.
Just one fun, was it? Well, what were the Rocks doing?
The Rocks won 3-0. But if it was, how many times can you put the table over the top rope and push it back in?
Oh my God!
And they won.
Yeah, that was. I had to change player just to win the match, and again, that was terrible. But the main event, Ross.
Well, before we get to the main event,
we have another match.
Kermit the Frog.
I forgot about that.
Beat 2010 Chris Jericho.
Yeah, so Chris Jericho's not in the triple threat. That wasn't
in the triple event.
That wasn't planned. We just got a singles match we've already had.
Randy Hogan. Kermit the Frog has deserved it. Randy Hogan was there too, so there's no funny business.
He was, yeah.
Now, we also had the Head Business.
That was controversial against what? No, it was Business Pig.
Business Pig.
Oh, was it? No, it's Business Horse on it because he has the low blows to finish.
It was Business Horse, and the famous Business Horse icon, Business Horse. He beat Wide-Eyed John.
He beat Wide-Eyed John, but the Head Business. Well, the Head Business, the Business Pig was there. But then also the Big Bad Wolf was there. And he actually joined in on a 3-on-1 assault on Wide-Eyed John. They did a triple powerbomb.
Yes, he did. We didn't see it coming. We did not see it coming that the Big Bad Wolf is joining forces with the Head Business. I think we can say that for sure now.
We'll see what comes.
And then the main event, our very own Terry Peters, he was drawn against the APA Who did he have as his tag team partner? The old spooky skank.
I did, you're right. Who was born last week.
Oh, Christ.
Straight off the podcast, straight into the Wrestling Around Wrestling Federation. Weirdly, just before that main event was starting, we had our highest viewers of the night. And then the gong went off, the lightning struck, the fire started going up. Oh, fucking hell, Peters is tagging on the Undertaker, which would have made sense, obviously, because the week before, Peters had a great showing where he actually tombstoned. He ended respect. He tombstoned the Undertaker. But no, who came out? The Spooky Skank. Fishnets and all. And the viewership literally plummeted. Like,
are we saying Ted Peters done draw? Is it
was Peters' like second main event, wasn't it? But I think Peters drew us because the people stayed for Peters' entrance. Everyone was there for that. And then the Spooky Skank came out, and the viewership dropped by 80%.
People get handled. The Undertaker. It's 2021, guys. The Undertaker wants to wear fishnets and twirl to the ring. He can do.
Alicia Fox's entrance. But no, it was great. I thought genuinely that was a really good. Genuinely one of my best performances ever on W2K19. I think.
Picked up the win. Terry Peters. His power of the form carried on, but he was eliminated quite early on, and it was down to the Spooky Skank.
Yeah,
effectively a handicap match because Terry Peters again was poor.
But just an announcement on the Wrestling Around tag team title tournament, because everyone's like, well, what is the tournament? Because it's not being announced. Well, turns out at WrestleMania Backlash, it's a 4-way ladder match for the inaugural tag team championship. Yeah, that's right. We've got the Head Business, Samoa Joe pulling double duty now with Ronald McDonald.
Yeah, you got to do it.
Peters and the Spooky Skank, and the winners of the final round, which is the last chance battle royal.
A last chance battle royal, nice. So he's looking tied up.
No, I've actually written a card down for this week.
Who the hell are getting professional here?
Seriously.
Say it now because it's on tonight. Have you got the card now?
It is. So it's the last chance tag team battle royal. So it's the Good Brothers versus Colonel Sanders and Drumstick versus the APA versus a mystery team.
Ooh, is it a debut?
Why did John versus Business Pig?
Why did John's business with the Head Business?
And Anderson defends his henchman title. And a trios match is the Steve Austins versus the Shawn Michaels.
Oh, classic. So, hopefully he's better than Batista and The Rock.
Can't be the fucking worst, can it? We had Drax in that as well.
So I'm assuming the main event is this last chance battle royal.
Last chance battle royal, yeah. So obviously it's first blood.
Can you do contract signings? Is there going to be contract signing between Kevin the Frog and Randy Hogan?
I'll figure something out for that storyline, Ross. About cards of its change, but that's what we got.
As always, cards of it. But join us tonight on
7:30.
Twitch.tv/WrestleRound, WRES around 7:30. We'll be there. We'll be as the commissioner. I'll be keeping a close eye on proceedings to make sure. Randy Anderson, I should mention this. Randy Anderson will not be refereeing tonight.
Yeah, because Randy Anderson is against the BMG as well. That was the other match that's on the card.
Right, but he will not be refereeing again until
it will be Red Shoes refereeing. He's coming back from WrestleMania. He'll be refereeing.
There was a poor performance. He did something else in the mid event. It was just a poor performance.
No, he missed the pin. He missed the pin.
He missed the pin, yeah. And then he tried to count the pin on the other side of the ring.
He refused to count a pin, didn't
he? He just needs a week off. Right?
Beloved referee. But yeah,
the BMG, the big metal gorilla, has got in his head.
Yeah, yes,
it's got in his head. But join us because there'll be more surprises. Because the Big V, he was in the
battle royal.
He's in the battle royal.
Everyone loves the Big V.
He's just a lovely fan favorite. Right then, that's enough of the Wrestling Around Wrestling Federation Wednesday weekly wrestling roundup.
Roll off the tongue.
I don't know what's that wow. We'll do what we all came here for. In your house, number 15, A Cold Day in Hell. So it's on May the 11th, 1997. It's at the Richmond Coliseum, Richmond, Virginia. 14,000 people there.
Frother Peters.
Terry Peters. You love 97. There's a year you absolutely love because you always try and pick stuff from that year. Is it this year?
It's the golden era, isn't it?
It's the weird. Is it Attitude Era? They don't have the Scraps logo, do they?
It's very much on the cusp of it, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, this was more when we watched In Your House the other week. I can't remember what number it was. One of the earlier ones, wasn't it? This was very more what you'd expect from an Attitude Era style. Have you found it yet, Lou? Are we covering well?
Yeah, ask me the question.
What did them 14,000 people eat?
Papa John's.
Nice. Pizza. Gotta love it.
Dippin' Dots and Grill Wax and Pepsi products. And official beer by Budweiser.
Pepsi product, is that just the Pepsi machines? Which
I don't know. It just says Pepsi products, but with capital P for products. I don't know.
Hands down, the best drinks machines going. Easy.
The Infinity ones.
The way you touch the screen and
yeah,
you
but
can
the
just mix them
Coca-Cola's
all
better
up.
because Coke's better than Pepsi, isn't it?
I don't think I've used a Coca-Cola.
You've been to Five Guys.
I thought that was Pepsi.
No, it's Coke.
Well, Coke done well done.
Yeah.
Was 7 Up
I think
not
Pepsi have got one.
Because I'm sure 7 Up's Pepsi, isn't it? I'm sure I've used a 7
Pepsi have got a version as well. I believe that's in Burger King on Leicester Square. Don't know why I know that.
Have you been?
I think we have, haven't we?
Have you been?
Yeah, I think we have.
Maybe that's right. You said. More people need to use that. The machines are great.
I want one at home.
Do you know, they're very expensive. I tried to get a pump, by the pub where they have the old
nozzle.
Yeah. It's ridiculously expensive. I thought I'd found one. I thought it was a vending machine I was trying to buy. Thought I'd found one. Oh, that's a decent price. Turns out it was for a railway set. So it was like an inch big.
Yeah. I do remember a guy, he's like a friend of a friend who got drunk once and bought a Bandit on eBay.
Yeah.
I'd love to do that.
Yeah.
That'd be absolutely
You could get
incredible.
one in the Peter's Palace.
I think you can. I once
I'd
helped
somehow lose all my money on it.
I once helped
You're going to get charged. You'd lose the key. Like, it's just trying to win to get the jackpot back out. Like.
I once helped somebody restore a Bandit. Depends which one you get, because some of them are all electrical and they're really hard to do. Some of them are mechanical.
Oh, like a one-arm one.
Yeah, depends on the era you get.
I'd want a mechanical one. I wouldn't want a one-arm one, I don't think.
2p machine for me.
What, the tipping point?
Yeah,
2p machine. Yeah. They're the best games.
That'll be all right, won't it?
I always I don't think I've ever won at it though. The claw.
I've won once.
Can't win with the claw.
Do you ever win?
I
don't think I've ever won.
I won once in Norfolk.
I don't know what to do. They must put Vaseline on the end of the claw or something.
No, it's weighted.
It's really loose, isn't it?
It's weighted. The more money you put in, the tighter it gets.
How much did you put in, Piers?
It was first time, so I obviously hit it at the sweet spot.
So somebody had spent loads of money. You've gone on. Just absolutely tricked it and won.
Yeah.
I spent all my money once on one where there was it was just a massive bar of Cadbury's chocolate on the big ones, like a foot long. And you just had to tip it off with a hook. And I spent ages I'm just about to get this. I didn't realise it was Velcro down. I think it was in Hornsey.
Outrageous. Have you ever seen the one in the Dubai airport where there's a gold bar in a box and you're only allowed to put one hand in? It's real high up, and you've got if you get it out, you get to keep it. But obviously, it's heavy, and you're in right at the top, so obviously it's hard to pick up.
I've changed over at Dubai airport, but I don't remember seeing that.
I've seen it on YouTube. Not YouTube.
It is massive though. It took me like half an hour to walk from one gate to another when I changed over there. It's got a Hard Rock Cafe. That was nice. Good
stuff. Well done, Dubai Airport. Enough break for that. Should we some wrestling?
Go on then. We had an hour into the show.
So this show was just okay. We've got a video package. It's Undertaker vs Stone Cold. Surprisingly poor. For a video package, I thought it was just rubbish and boring.
Boring one. It was just about one match.
The fact that you said this was okay, I believe you enjoyed this show more than me and Peters did. Based on what we were talking about before we started.
Yeah.
Right. So we've got something cool. The commentary team then is JR and Jerry the King Lawler. There was a dart match. I don't know if we do dart matches or the one before. It was Rockabilly beat Jesse James. So it was the New Age Outlaws against each other.
Oh yeah, bloody Rockabilly, yeah. I didn't
Rockabilly with a honky tonk man, yeah.
So they both had musical gimmicks before the New Age Outlaws.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then had musical gimmicks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then, the first match, we've got Flash Funk against Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Hunter Hearst Helmsley?
Hunter Hearst.
That's what you just said.
Hunter Hearst. Is it Hearst? Hunter Hearst?
Hunter
Hearst? I don't think I've said Hearst.
It's Hearst, Russ.
It's Hearst.
Hearst with an S in it, isn't it? Hearst.
It's Hearst. Go on.
Hunter Hearst Helmsley. Hunter is with China. JR states quite early on the Heart Foundation have bought some seats from scalpers. There's 4 seats there that they're going to use later on. This match went 10 minutes.
Oh my God, did this feel like a long 10 minutes?
Well, I've wrote here, Victor Peters, slow, fans don't care.
Is Peters playing with like a toy bus?
No, I was playing with... Right, okay.
Have you got a fisheye lens on as well, Peters?
It's a wide-angle lens. So... Just to break away, I've been collecting Subbuteo. A notification popped up on my phone. Oh, you've paid for this item that you've won. What? Forgot I'd bid on something. Now I've 2 of the same team.
Excellent.
One was delivered this week. one because I forgot to bid on it. So I've been sending pictures to my brother because I think he's buying one off me.
What colour is the team?
It's England 96.
Oh, right. So it's not like a red shirt.
No,
you can't pretend to somebody else.
No, it's England Euro 96.
Yeah.
You don't paint over him? People still do that?
No, you're not doing that.
Wait a minute. I've just had an idea.
Because
right,
it's got the team on the box.
Oh yeah. Oh, collector's edition.
They've all got what? They've all got.
Are you going to open it? Are you going to play with these? Or are you just going to have them?
They've been opened. Yeah,
it's not like your Funko Pops, are they?
No. I'm literally waiting to get an MDF board to put to staple the pitch onto, and then I'm going to build around the outside so they don't fall off, and then put it on it. Buy a table and put it in the room.
Twitch.tv/Bell Nation live Subbuteo stream.
I have been thinking that. To be fair, I have been thinking that, so that could happen one day.
Right. When COVID's over, which apparently all got to Florida.
Do it there.
Live Subbuteo stream.
Live Subbuteo.
Yeah, I have to get the practice hair. That's the one that we've got. It's probably in the loft. Probably Mum and Dad's loft somewhere.
It's probably been chucked out, if we're honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. It's live Subbuteo. Well, oh my God, you should keep one of them, Peters, and paint them as wrestlers and have a wrestler team.
Hang on. To the plot thickens. The person on eBay has only got 2 feedbacks. It might not even turn up.
Well, if it does turn up, paint them, and you can have a little Hulk Hogan, you can have a little Ultimate Warrior or something. You know what I mean? Stone Cold.
Why the John?
It'd be more interesting in his pay-per-view, wouldn't it?
Samoa Joe holding the KFC title.
Yeah, Carl Sanders.
that you still don't understand the relevance of. Listen back, Peters.
Armageddon 2000, that one?
It wasn't the ones he missed. Was it?
Yeah.
I don't know. It was the one where we went on for about 3 hours.
Yeah.
A bit like this one's going to be. Anyhow, that's Triple H. This match was terrible, wasn't it?
It was so boring.
Interesting bits. China takes out Funk, and then there's a super back suplex, and Triple H wins with a pedigree. There is a bit where I thought, sorry, Peters, you can go on a minute, but there's a bit where Flash Funk does this mad jumping thing on top of ropes, and then just the weakest crossbody or clothesline I think I've ever seen. I thought he was going to do something mental. Yeah.
Flash Funk's entrance was the best thing about this.
That went on for a while, didn't it?
I didn't realize how similar he was to the Godfather. Like the gimmick. I always knew that Flash Funk was similar, but I didn't realize how similar. But he was like a better version. What happened to him? I wonder why he didn't.
He drops it, doesn't he? And becomes too close Scorpio.
He was too close Scorpio before as well, isn't he?
Yeah, but he dropped in WWF. He drops it and becomes too close. He goes in the job squad, and then he apparently asked for time off, and he got released.
Huh.
So then he went to ECW.
He was there. Yeah, I was going to say he was. What was it? He
was there for about 3 years, wasn't
he? He was at WCW, then ECW, then WE till 99, then back to ECW, then Noah, back to WE for a year, apparently.
And when I started getting interested in 2006, 2007, there was a lot of rumours online that he was coming back as Flash Funk. But I thought this match was all right, Russ.
Really? It was all right. I just thought the fans... I
wouldn't say... Was it the favourite? It might be my favourite match of the night by default. But
it's weird that
it was a good opener. I thought. I want at this point. I was like, this might be an alright show.
The thing that let me down was just no one give a shit.
It's weird that this is still the Blue Blood gimmick, and by August, DX would be starting to become in motion.
I thought China was a thing just for the X. I didn't realize there was before.
She was just before it, and then say in August time, DX would start to become a thing, and this is May. So what have you got? Like 3 months? It's a bit mad that his gimmick totally changes his entire career.
Yeah. Did you know he
won King of the Ring this year as well? He
asked for the Triple H name. I was going to call him something else.
I think it's, to be fair, I think it's better.
And he's just clever, Triple H, isn't he? Because he asked for a name that he could have like alliteration on. I think he probably knew it wasn't going to be that lot. There's not many legs in Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Yeah.
It does make sense because he was Jean-Paul Levesque in WCW, which JR made a reference to, because he said something about him being a blue blood.
Yeah,
and that's his old tag team with Regal.
Oh, so apparently his original name was going to be Reginald DuPont Helmsley.
Yeah,
and he asked for a name to play with the first letters, and management agreed for him to have the Hunter one.
Yeah, no, it's good call. But and everyone calls him Hunter now. That ain't cool.
Yeah.
So it works.
His pay-per-view debut was at SummerSlam 1995. He beat Bob Holly. So, you probably enjoyed that, Lou.
Yeah, probably did, yeah. He went on wrestle around for the show. See, everyone's forgot about him.
Bob in the back, yeah, because he's just, when's he going to come back?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When's he going to cash in? Yeah. So that's the Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
What? No, it's Hearst.
Hunter Hearst Helmsley, that's what I'm saying.
God's sake.
After the match, then, China drops Flash Funk on the ropes. I thought she's going to do something more impressive.
Oh, she's going to do something cool there, yeah.
Just crotched him on the old ropes.
That was what it was, wasn't
it? You mentioned the Paul crossbody. You mentioned the Paul crossbody as well.
Yeah.
The referee had a nightmare with that, didn't he?
I don't know.
He counted one, and then Flash Funk got up to do the next bit of the sequence.
Well, the ref's doing his job.
Yeah,
you don't know, doesn't he? The ref doesn't know. The ref can't think they're going to be down for a while. I'm going to count it. The ref's got to count what he sees, hasn't he?
Got a ref like it's a shoot, aren't they?
Yeah.
I don't know if they still did that back in there, but they do now.
So that
they get bonuses, don't they, for counting people out if they're pissing about outside the ring.
I'd like 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, apparently some people do that. Yeah, apparently they get, because you got to keep Vince wants the wrestlers to keep on their toes and stick to the rules.
I imagine they'll get a bonus.
They get bonuses. It's I think there was it AJ Styles and Kevin Owens where they pinned the wrong guy, but didn't kick out, and there was a title change. It was a few years ago now.
It was it was on pay-per-view, wasn't it?
Because he was on one of the Kevin Owens documentaries, and Vince was pissed on it afterwards, obviously. But yeah,
I mean, good on the refs. I wouldn't even tell the refs who was winning. I don't know if they do. I would just tell them this is what's going to happen.
No, that's why I think it was the Undertaker streak. I can't remember who that was. It Charles Robinson?
I thought it was Mike Yoder.
Was it Mike Yoder? But he hesitates, doesn't he? Yeah, it was Mike Yoder. Yeah, he hesitates because he's hang on a minute. Am I doing this? But I get your count 6. It's a shoot.
Yeah.
Well, the Mike Yoder. Imagine if he didn't. He just didn't do it. I can't see you lose.
Well, they did that in the Royal Rumble with Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns, didn't he? Because Roman Reigns lost that match. He got handcuffed.
Yeah.
They lost the keys.
Imagine Tribal Chief lost that match. It would have been rubbish. SmackDown would have been rubbish.
Killed everything, wouldn't it? Yeah.
I mean, SmackDown is rubbish because obviously the Usos are brothers.
No, I'm not getting. No, do you know what? I'm not even giving him our time this week. We're not doing it. No.
Ken Shamrock, he's the world's most dangerous man coming off his UFC run. He's got a promo, and it shows he was attacked by Mankind and Vader earlier. His first match is coming up, so look forward to that. Kenny Shamrock. We'll talk about that match.
World's most dangerous man.
Yeah, just come on, 97. Do better. Nobody was getting your ass kicked by WCW. Mankind versus Rocky Maivia is our second match. Todd Pettengill interviews Rocky Maivia, or The Rock, and he just has nothing. There's nothing there, is there, for old Maivia?
Stutter's done it as well.
Yeah, awkward, isn't it, really? Yeah.
This is one of the best promos of all time in The Rock, and this is the drizzling shits.
Yeah, it looks a bit awkward and uncomfortable. He was really new, though, wasn't he? I think it's really just the way he looked. Vince was like, good God, look at that boof. Got him on.
Have you heard the story of JR says? So when he was gonna, he went down to talk to him to employ him. Apparently, he sat in a restaurant, and the amount of attention that he gets from all these women. That's why they signed him.
Yeah,
because he was just sat in this restaurant. He said like 4 or 5 women just came up to him.
Yeah,
that's why. So.
Well, they're obviously onto something with them, aren't they? Like,
well, yes, it's not one they got wrong, is it?
Yeah,
just this gimmick. And
I think you could. It wasn't as like brash and as flamboyant as it was in his debut, was he? At this point,
no,
he'd lost his like feathers.
Yeah,
or whatever it was.
Yeah, his thing.
He's starting to look more like The Rock.
Yeah, he does look more like The Rock here.
They would join the nation later on because somebody got injured. Is it Admiral Johnson gets injured? Somebody gets injured, and that's the only reason he goes in the nation.
Yeah, Admiral Johnson went in the nation. He always feud against him.
It was at this point, and then basically, well, right, we'll get on to that when that happens. Put a pin in it.
I reckon it was Savio.
I don't think it. No, it wasn't. No, I'll tell you why. Because I did a lot of reading up on the nation because I was like you, confused at this thing.
8-ball. It's 8-ball.
He wasn't in it, was he?
It's 8-ball even in it.
8-ball was in
DOA. Crush, wasn't it? DOA.
I'm sure like half the people in the nation site were in the DOA.
Well, stop! Just put a pin in it. Put the goddamn pin in it. We'll get there.
The pin is in there.
Christ. Mankind, there's the right video. So this is Mankind in his brown gear.
It's weird to think as well, in like a year, 18 months' time, these would be 2 of the biggest stars in the company.
I think it's less than that, isn't it?
Well,
98 Royal Rumble? Or 99 Royal Rumble?
So about, about
99 Rumble. 98 Survivor Series on it.
No, it's 99 Royal Rumble, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like about 18 months away then, isn't it?
The 2 biggest, having a main event feud. This is like I think they're trying the sympathy angle with Mankind. He's about to have the interviews with JR, or he's just started them.
Okay.
Squealing like a little piggy as well, isn't he? Isn't it?
Yeah, that's my first
Beyond
note.
Frightening.
Mankind screaming at The Rock. Again, the fans don't care. The fans were crap all the way through.
The fans weren't good in this event.
Until the end.
They need Pat McAfee to have a go at him, don't they? Do you remember when WWE did that? They had a really shit crowd, and they basically put a YouTube video of Pat McAfee just having a go at the crowd.
Good.
I think it was the night Ricochet debuted and no one cared. Yeah,
what?
And Pat McAfee just did a video on YouTube. It was like, what was up with that crowd? Just do nothing. They were somewhere in Louisiana.
Yeah.
And they've not been back since, apparently.
Well, you can't have a bad crowd. Well, I think we've known now from the pandemic, if you have no crowds, it's just not the same, is it? So you have bad crowd is the same.
Yeah.
Ruins moments.
So at this point, though, like everyone, all the hardcore fans were loving WCW, aren't they?
That is the thing, isn't it?
Yeah, this was just what was left.
Other things in Rock, there was a rock bottom of the ramp.
Before it was the rock bottom.
Yeah, whatever it was called, just I don't know, bookend.
Uranagi?
Is it Uranagi?
A wrestling move.
Well, a bookend is he kneels, doesn't it? That's the difference in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what the difference. A Uranagi is just you don't go down. I don't know.
Just call it a wrestling move.
He lifts him up higher. Yeah, I don't think he falls down. He just throws him down, doesn't he?
Yeah.
That's the Samoa Joe one, anyhow. That's what I'm thinking of. And Bray Wyatt does as well.
Bray Wyatt is the Uranagi, but he always looks different.
Yeah, I don't know. Mankind, and they finished their Mankind reverses a crossbody into the mandible claw. He wins 8 minutes. Not the best from these two guys. Must be still figuring it out, though. I mean, The Rock's obviously
new, quite new, aren't they?
And his persona's not the same, and I don't know. There's just something off about it, isn't it? The Rocky behaviour.
It didn't work, did it? It was again. It was kind of
when
that
Die Rocky Die was becoming a thing, wasn't it?
The whole white meat babyface thing, wasn't it? When on the other channel you've got the NWO,
and you've even got on this channel you've got Stone Cold.
Yeah, didn't work.
And then Shawn Michaels.
It's a bit like the New Day, isn't it? No, because the New Day were meant to be. They were babyfaces, but I think they were always intended to be heels on it. And then when it became heel, and then that's how you kick off.
I think they started off as babyfaces, didn't they?
Yeah, but I think it was Jericho before he went to AEW was saying that he reckons that Vince always knew they were going to get heat.
Mm.
So even though they were presented as babyfaces.
Well, they did it with Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
Where he did the babyface, but they was going to have him as a babyface, weren't they? And he was too much of a babyface to become a heel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was that
One thing I
line.
did like from this match was the cannonball Mankind off the side of the ring.
Mick Foley
He's a talented man.
He's a talented man.
Very talented man.
He's also got several screws loose. The man just does not care for his own body.
He pulled his own hair out. He had a big ball. He had a big Peter's ball patch at the front, didn't he?
How he walks. I mean, he didn't do it in this match, but I've seen him do it in pretty much every match. When he gets thrown into the steps and his knees hits it straight away.
I have no idea he does it.
How he's walking about today, I will just never know.
That was gross. And what's the other one they used to do? Like the Foley splash, where I just used to do the elbow drop like off the apron onto the floor.
Have you seen though the most aesthetically pleasing bit of wrestling ever? I think it's in WCW is Cactus Jack, and he's thrown over a guardrail, and it is the most perfect roll I've ever seen. You could just watch it on loop.
I just realised I forgot to give the star ratings. So first match got 1 star.
Yeah.
This got 1.25.
I thought it was all right, you know.
I'm not gonna lie, it don't get much better.
For me, both of these are inoffensive.
I preferred the second match to the first match.
I think mine's
so boring for me.
I didn't mind watching them. I'm never going to watch them again, but I've seen a lot worse. I've seen a lot better. In the middle, this for me, this pay-per-view has got 6.5 written all over it.
Oh no way!
Peters is upset. Anyhow, we'll move on.
I think you've been very generous. I'm still trying to figure out what the rock bottom is. So I believe it's a form of power slam.
It's like a sidewalk slam. No, it's not.
No, sidewalk.
Sidewalks, yeah.
Uranagi is apparently that is the Japanese for side slam. That's what that comes from.
We'll call it that.
It's a fall forward side slam. That's the official.
Doesn't have the sense. Oh my God, Rock with a fall forward side slam.
That's the official name of it, apparently. Fall forward side slam. So now we know.
Just doesn't have the same ring, does it?
Wrestling knowledge.
We're all better for knowing that.
Spin it out. Yeah.
Moving on, then we've got a gauntlet match. This is Admiral Johnson against the Nation of Domination. There's an interview with Admiral Johnson first, and then the Nation come out, and we're all thinking it. What the hell's Crush doing in the Nation? So basically, after around about this time, Farouk, the leader of the Nation, gets annoyed at him and kicks them all out, apart from D'Lo Brown. Some of these weren't even wrestlers. Is the original Nation that were just actors.
Yeah, there's a couple of rappers in that, aren't there? Right.
Yeah, but then there's 2 who was in the AWA or whoever the feeder thing was for WWE or WWF. They're gone. The only ones he keeps is D'Lo Brown, and that's when he adds all the rest in. Okay. So because Crush and Savio Vega are annoyed, they get kicked out. Crush starts the DOA, Disciples of Apocalypse, and Savio Vega starts Los Boricuas.
Oh, that's
when the gang war starts. Yeah.
So 8-Ball, he comes in.
8-Ball comes in it as DOA because Crush has been kicked out.
Yeah, so you want there tonight, 8-Ball.
So basically, I think they realised, this Nation's a bit shit now, so we'll just restart it.
Yeah.
And then you start getting The Rock and Farouk, don't you? Having a war at the top of the
Farouk,
Nation as well, don't you?
It's Farouk, Charles Wright, Keith D'Lo, Charles Wright's the next one comes in. Amir Johnson turns on somebody. I want to say the Undertaker to join the Nation.
And Mark
he gets
Henry
injured.
Comes in it, doesn't he?
Mark Henry joins. Then Amir Johnson gets injured, so that's when The Rock joins.
And then The Rock and
kicks
Farouk
out
have a power struggle because The Rock gives everyone like a gold watch and then gives Farouk a picture of The Rock.
The Rock is one of the best promos.
And that's really when it starts to peak.
Yeah, and then they just join. The Rock joins. He calls it the Nation. The Rock joins the corporate ministry. Corporation first, didn't it? And then D'Lo Brown and Mark Henry used to use the Nation as their tag team. Then
I like the Nation's theme song.
We are the Nation of Domination.
Nation. Domination.
Do you like it?
I think it's great.
It's great. That's what you're talking
I'd
about.
love to walk into a room with that. We are the Nation. A Bell Nation.
Yeah. The Bell Nation of Domination. There you go.
The Bell Nation of Domination.
Jesus Christ.
Twitch.tv/Bell Nation.
Oh, God. God's sake. I wondered how long. That's a good one for you, that, though. It's been over an hour.
Yeah.
Anyhow, so Gorilla Monsoon, is he the president or commissioner or something?
I think he's a president.
President, yeah.
He
he's
comes
like
out,
Lord Alfred Hayes.
Right. Yeah, I don't know who that guy is. I've heard his name and everything. I don't know
Lord
who
Alfred Hayes. It's like that
I don't know what he was.
There was a bloke in the pub in Blackpool who talked about him out then for us.
Christ, I know. I thought he was Lord Alfred Hayes at one point.
Lord Alfred Hayes died of gangrene.
Oh.
But
rest in peace.
He was on Retro SmackDown last night.
Yeah.
Reading the adverts.
Good for him. Good for Lord Alfred Hayes. Anyhow, Gorilla Monsoon comes out and sends the rest of the nation to the top of the stage and says, mate, this is already unfair, pal. Go on, match.
Get out of here.
One at a time.
You're out of here.
Crush starts, and then he keeps asking for help. Help is not coming. This was just so shit.
That was weird.
He then goes for his heart punch, which, let me tell you right now, is the worst finisher.
Yeah, it's that.
Well, it's crap, isn't it?
Punching the heart.
Could stop your heart.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah. No. I don't get one punch finishes, because why don't you do it straight away? If you punch
it's just like boxing, you can't punch him straight away, can you? To block it, duck and weave.
No.
It's like a little shot in the box. You like the boxing?
Yeah.
Someone gets punched straight in the heart. Dead, are they?
Yeah. Big Show, he had a punch to the Swede, didn't he?
Yeah, that was annoying, that. Because he could, if his punch is that hard, it's knocking people out straight away. Why don't you just try and do it first?
And we've covered it in the archives where Triple H gave him a club on his hand.
You can't get it, us.
I know, but it's
I know what you're saying.
And the Carly brain chop. So right, he's bigger than everyone. There's barely any reason why he can't hit the brain chop straight away.
You duck and weave is too slow, and it's like a big axe. It's just like a tree falling down you.
You'd at least go for it though. I just don't like punch finishes. I think it's rubbish. Because then they throw other punches. But
that's the Lee finish, though, is it?
Rubbish. Anyhow, Ahmed Johnson beats him with a spinning heel kick. 5 minutes.
Quite like that.
The spinning heel kick.
Yeah, I thought it was all right.
That's probably the best thing we can say about this full match. Savio Vega then comes in. He's winning. And then for some unknown reason, he just decides to use a chair. He gets DQ'd.
Weird.
He was winning, though. He was winning the match. He could have ended it. He got himself DQ'd.
Yeah, but he wanted to end Ahmed Johnson.
Win it and then do it. You know what I mean?
He could do.
Or get Crush to do it first. And then you still got two other people to do it. Why would you do it and then go, yeah, I'm winning this. I'm probably going to beat you. I'll hit you with a chair. Now you've got a better chance of beating all three of us. Ridiculous. Then Big Farouk comes out.
He used to be known as Ron Simmons.
He used to be a Roman or something, didn't he? With his all
Farouk Assad. But that's what they said. He was like, he used to be called Ron Simmons.
Yeah, I don't know why JR does that.
I don't know why.
It looks like a good high school career and stuff. But
apparently, when he was getting signed by WWF, the wrestlers didn't want him because people like Taker was like, "Well, I don't want him to say that I used to be a center at basketball or whatever."
Yeah,
because you're going to completely kill me.
I was going to say you killed the gimmick then, don't you? Straight.
Yeah, apparently he was worried about that. And he just didn't stop him do it.
Yeah, he does love a sports career, doesn't he?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you've got to. I don't know. You've got to play into the gimmick, haven't you?
I just think it makes them sound like they're all failures at sports. It makes them sound like none of them want to be wrestlers first.
Yeah. Well, most of them want to be footballers first. Don't they?
Well, no, but you wouldn't tell everyone that.
No, but
you wouldn't tell everyone that, would you?
I think if you've done something impressive,
if you had a wrestling career,
like Baron Corbin was actually in the NFL, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So, like, by all means, like, like all the gloves and that. That's an impressive accomplishment that adds into. But yeah, you used to play high school basketball.
Yeah.
No one cares.
But
yeah, just call him Ron Simmons. Like, I know that JR would have probably seen him in, like, you probably commentated on WCW when Ron Simmons was champ over there, wasn't
he? Yeah, but he's not there now, is he?
He's there now, is he? It's Farouk. It's not Ron Simmons.
So, Ahmed Johnson hits a spine buster and the Pearl River Plunge. Farouk,
I like the Pearl River Plunge.
Yeah? Is it your favourite finisher?
No.
That's your favourite finisher of all time?
Heart punch for me.
Yeah, Cali chop.
So if you're wrong, it's a Samoan spike.
Yeah. No, it's a Nigerian spike now. You're talking about us.
Yeah, it's Nigerian.
Sorry, yeah. Oh. No, because Samoan spike, because Umagi Manga used to have his thumb taped up.
I think it'd be better without the thumb taped up.
Yeah, it's Commander Aziz, isn't it? No, so
why would it be better without the thumb taped up? You get the thumb taped up so it's stiffer.
No, but then you've got grow your nail long.
Like
literally stab him.
Yeah, there you go.
That'd be painful. You ever caught your nail and put that there, taped up all the way. Put it in a cast. Everyone always forgets, don't they? When they're wearing the cast and they use it as a weapon, your arm's still broke underneath. It's gonna still hurt.
Yeah.
You smash them into a broken arm. Anyhow, Farouk hits the Dominator to win. 13 minutes altogether.
3.25 from Dave.
Was that because there was 3 matches and they all got?
He's given them all 3.25. He's given it all. Sorry, 3.25. Sorry, 3. No, hang on. What am I on about?
3.25 for each one.
No. I did this last week.
3/4.
Yes.
Can you not read numbers? What is it?
I see a 3 and a 4.
Too much.
3/4, 0.75.
For some reason, that's what I knew I meant. I don't know how.
I did it last week.
2.2. 2.25 then overall.
So the first one went 5 minutes 38. The second one went 5 minutes 37. The last one went 2 minutes 10.
It's crap, though, wasn't it?
It was boring.
Yeah. It's just shit.
Yeah, this is where it started going downhill for me.
I don't think it had ever really gone uphill.
I thought the first match wasn't an indication of how bad the rest of the show is going to be.
Hunter Hearst Helmsley versus Flash Funk is now lose. Coco Beware High Energy versus the Head Shrinkers.
Because you genuinely think that's the best match of all time.
I'm not saying it's a great match. I'm just saying it was a standard opener, and at that point you aren't thinking, "Oh, this show's going to be awful." But after this match, you're thinking, "Oh, I don't know about this show."
All the way through that pay-per-view, Peters, you was like, "Yeah," and the tag match at the start was really good.
Like the Vampiro match against the Demon.
No, you're wrong. You're just wrong. That was the worst match I've ever seen. It wasn't even a match. You couldn't see it.
It was great.
It was the worst thing I've ever seen.
Maybe that's why I enjoyed it, because you couldn't actually see it for how bad it was.
It was cinematic, Chris.
WCW, obviously 20 odd years ahead of the curve.
Anyway, avant-garde, wasn't it?
Terrible. List that's in the archive somewhere. It's one of our WCW ones. You're going to hear Peters be wrong. This match, just
correct.
Drizzling shit.
Yeah, it's match
correct.
Crap.
You was wrong. That is correct. Right, moving on. Got a video of Shamrock and Vader having a little thing. I can't really remember.
Vader's nose is a bit crushed in his promo again.
Yeah, Vader's interview. And they announced that he went mental at a Kuwaiti interviewer.
He did?
Yeah, I don't know what that was about.
What, but he went mental at the Kuwaiti interviewer?
Yeah.
He was like, is it fake or something? And then he was like, I'll show you how fake it is. I'm just going to strangle you, you prick.
Yeah, I kind of get the name. Vader's one of the old school ones, isn't he?
Then he got arrested, didn't he? And they had to pay bail to get him out of Kuwait or something.
Goodness sake.
It was a bit like... Somebody sat there with him, though, didn't they?
Yeah, somebody sat there looking awkward.
Somebody sat there like, whoa, Vader, what are you doing there?
Was it Jerry Lawler? Oh, I'm looking it up. I can't remember. But yeah, I think those Kuwaiti shows were a bit like the old Saudi shows. Like the Kuwaiti government was like, "Do you want to come across and do some shows?" And they basically just paid. They paid like a flat fee for him to do the shows.
Yeah.
I think they call them like paid shows or something like that. So like it doesn't matter how much to draw because they've already got the money.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously not as big as the Saudi Arabia shows, but
I think it might have been Undertaker who was.
Surely he was like in his full gimmick at that point, wasn't he? Surely.
I don't know if he was. Oh, well, the website once crashed. That's what I get for trying to use the sun.
Oh.
But, yeah, he was arrested. WWF Old School. Come on, this is better.
Oh, I love that site.
No, The Undertaker.
Who was it?
So, The Undertaker and Vader. What a weird combo. To
go
promote over in Kuwait.
So the host, Bassam Al-Othman, asked The Undertaker the final question. In Kuwait, they say wrestling is not for real. You act. So the dead man said, well, let's put it this way. If what we do is acting, we'd take a normal man and break him in half. It's such an unoriginal question to ask. Wrestling one of the finest athletic endeavours that you will ever see. Let me show you the most physical you would ever do in your life.
Good answer. Solid answer, that one.
So the show host didn't give Vader a chance to express his views on the matter. And then Vader interrupted the host, saying he wants to answer that question as well. And he said, my astute colleague, the heavyweight champion of the world, is a very diplomatic individual. I'm perhaps not so diplomatic. In fact, I find your question insulting to what I do. Vader then tosses a table and grabs the host by his side and says, does that feel fucking fake, huh? He was charged with assault and use of obscene language because apparently you don't swear on Kuwaiti TV.
Yeah.
And then Vader's arrest, unfortunately, for the start of a religious holiday, so all the courts were closed. So he was trapped in Kuwait for 2 weeks.
I didn't realize it was that long. I thought it was never like 24 hours.
I've never heard that story before.
Oh, God.
Oh, my word.
Oh, God.
Allegedly.
That is horrendous.
According to Vader, Vader revealed the show producer told him and Taker that wrestling is fake. The question was coming their way until Vader to make the scene to boost the ratings. However, the
producer realize he was going to get arrested.
The producer never told the show host that the Vader was going to kick off. Vader previously said, I was acting under orders from the producer. When I did what I did, the interviewer was caught off guard and was frightened. The cops were called and I went to jail.
Oh, God.
Oh, Vader.
I'm assuming that was the last Q8 title.
Yeah.
Oh, God, Vader. Oh, they brought it up anyway, so they can't have been that pissed at him.
Yeah.
Which nicely brings us to our next match. It's Ken Shamrock making his debut against Vader. Disappointed didn't have his Ken Shamrock theme tune.
Yeah, it's weird this, and I wrote his music was crap. And why is he wearing a silk dressing gown?
Because it's like a boxing thing, isn't it? Did they wear it in the UFC? I don't really watch it. I think they wear t-shirts.
Well, the UFC at that point was not the UFC of today.
It's not even.
It was literally just fucking dudes just being shit.
It was what's it? I can't remember his name. Some Gracie, wasn't it? The guy who used to fight in is it called a gi? The karate outfit.
He was fighting somewhere like a fucking overalls or something.
I'm sure Royston Gracie, I think he's called.
Yeah.
Speaking of Ken Shamrock, saw a great TikTok from him yesterday. He said it's time to put the kids to sleep. Pretended to put them both in sleeper holds.
Nice. How do you know he's pretending?
There's another wrestler that did that.
Yeah, this match is no holds barred. But it's not really no holds barred. You can win by knockout or submission. Yeah, but JR decides for some reason that he has to announce right now there will be no standing 8 counts.
What is a standing 8 count?
So in boxing, they can do what they call a standing 8 count. So if he's not really gone down, but he's against the rope, so they stand him up, and it's a minimum of 8.
Right. Okay.
Just to get him to go back. So it's not a full on knockdown. It's just to get him back.
Got you. Fair enough.
But I don't think that's ever happened in the UFC, so I don't know why he felt the need to announce it.
Well, I mean, he might have done back in that day, though. That's because you had Shamrock, Dan Seven, the guy you mentioned.
Sure, that was his
Royston Vasey. Fucking Royston Vasey, that's...
Royston Gracie, I'm sure.
Royston Vasey's fucking Royston
Royce Gracie.
All right, yeah. Yeah, I believe that Royston Vasey is Royston Brown.
Royston Vasey is from the League of Gentlemen. It's where the League of Gentlemen set.
Which is named after Royston Brown, isn't it?
I've no idea.
Yeah, Google that. That's what you Google, please. That's Royston Brown's real name.
No.
Pretty sure it's Royston Vasey.
No, so he beat Shamrock in 57 seconds. Sleeve check. Royce Gracie.
Royston Vasey is a fictional English town on the BBC comedy television series The League of Gentlemen. The exterior shots were filmed in Hadfield, Derbyshire, and according to the writers of the series, the town is based on Alston in Cumbria.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm sure Royston Vasey comes from somewhere. That's Roy Tribby Brown's name. Pete Becker from Friends. He was in the UFC at this point.
He was.
In the first...
Fight's over.
yeah. Roy Tribby Brown's real name is Roy Vasey or Royston Vasey.
Yeah. There you go.
In the first UFC, then, one of them wore one boxing glove.
What was it, like Michael Jackson in Bo Selector?
It used to be like tournaments, didn't it?
Yeah.
Like the Ultimate Fighting Champ, like it wasn't like a title belt, like you win like the UFC championships. The first one was just you win the tournament, and UFC 2 is the same. Yeah.
I think, for a while.
But like Prize Fighter on Sky Sports, remember that?
Yeah, I love the Prize Fighter.
Until they put all the Harrison in it.
No, the heavyweight one was shit, but the Prize Fighter was good.
Yeah.
They've changed it. So they have the World's Super Series of Boxing now, don't they? Which is a bit similar, but they don't have the pay-per-views, but they actually get all the world champions to fight each other.
Ah. So that sounds good to us. One night tournament, please. You should do Battle Royals in boxing.
Watching everyone thrown in. Have you ever seen 5-on-5 MMA?
I think I've seen like a brief clip of just like look how fucking mental this is.
It is insane. So they just do 5-on-5. They all start scrapping. Someone goes out, so they always end up 5-0. Because obviously someone goes out.
We found that on our Wednesdays, haven't we?
So when somebody goes out, it's then you get two on one, so then he goes out. It's like do you know what I mean? It's I always find it's nuts. It's all on YouTube. It's absolutely nuts. Yeah. You're right. Wrestling. This match was 13 minutes. I've read a few reviews on this match because I want to see the thing of it. Some people said they really love it. I thought it was shit.
Not for me.
I thought this was really boring as well. This is Dave Meltzer's highest star rating.
I get the stiff.
He gives this 3.25.
But I think we've discussed this before. If you're stiff, are you just not a bad wrestler?
No, I don't mind. I don't think you're right there.
What I don't like is I don't know why they try and make wrestling look legitimate, if that makes sense. Like,
yeah.
It's wrestling's fake, and it's the whole point is that the reason they did that was because you can get better matches out of it. So when they do these like fake MMA ones, I'd never think they look that good.
Yeah,
because you might as well just watch the real thing if you're doing that. And also, this is Ken Shamrock's debut, and he's taken like 5 hours to be like just a fat block. No offense to Vader, that was pretty.
But he's Vader a big star still at this point.
I think he's on a downward tear, wasn't he?
He's still a big name though. He's just been in Kuwaiti prison.
Yeah,
he's a big person to.
They should have given like a prison gimmick. Should have given like old Nails' gimmick or something, shouldn't they? When he came out.
Yeah. I should come out with Big Boss Man and said, look at the friend I've just made in prison.
Yeah.
Tag team, Boss Man and Vader.
Yeah.
I just think, I don't know.
You need to get his helmet back. I know I was showing it at the time, but actually it was a good part of his entrance on it.
I just think these stiff wrestlers, if you... I've never wrestled, so I don't know. But I get...
You're talking to two of us here.
Yeah, that's two pros. I kind of understand where they're coming from, making it look real. But I thought the whole point of wrestling was to make it look real, but it's not real. So if you're just legitimately just punching somebody or just kicking them instead of doing a working punch or a working kick, if you're just genuinely out there hurting something, surely you're not a very good wrestler.
Like Shane McMahon.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Who literally does,
but it's like a thing. It's like, it's just macho.
I think it was more of this time than it is now.
I think it's dick swinging, isn't it?
I think the last person to really do it is Lou's good friend Bob Holly.
Well, I think
there's a difference between what they do and what is in Japan. Well, Vader was from Japan. Well, you're from Japan, obviously.
Yeah.
Like you wrestle in Japan, but like Bob Holly, he's fucking dick, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say
APA dicks, right? They're just gonna wail on people just to take advantage of them. Dick, very sad dick, right? But I think like is that the same as like Nakamura being a bit more snug?
Well, I get being snug, but when they're just you hear the stories of Vader, Stan Hansen, where they're literally just beating the crap out of each other, and there was that one where there was the headbutting each other. I
think they're both doing it. I'm fine with it, but I just think it's like when you take advantage of someone who's not doing that style.
I just think it's surely you should.
Yeah.
This is the whole point of you see the whole point of wrestling is it is fake. Yeah. Sorry, Vader, don't. Go on. Do you know what I mean? Show me out. But there's that one in Japan. Is it recent where they were just headbutting each other?
You gotta be safe, aren't you? Like you look at all the issues Daniel Bryan's had.
I just think if you want to fight, go fight. Do wrestling. Go fight. Do you know what I mean?
It's a difficult one. There's somewhere in the middle because like. Sometimes it's like obviously fake, and that looks no good. So, and it's a tough spot, you know. Me and Peters have done it. Even just taking a flat back bump fucking kills. So
I imagine it hurts enough, so you don't need people.
Yeah, like wailing in your face and stuff.
Elbowing you in the face.
I think it's easier to protect yourself from a stiff kick than it would be a stiff punch, because a punch is obviously to your Swede. Whereas if you're going to get it here, a lot of your chest or your body soaks up the kick, doesn't it? Whereas a chest is, whereas a headshot is literally just going to be.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, if it's a working kick or a working punch, which I know people could do because people do it.
Yeah.
Who was it? Randy Orton had the best working punch in the business, something like that.
Scott Hall, I think.
Scott Hall was it? We've mentioned him recently. I know he was on. So it's obviously easily done. You can do it. I just don't. I don't get this. I get strong style where it looks real. I get that, where it looks stiff, but when you just start kicking and punching people and doing the actual assaults. Go fight instead.
Yeah. I think you always said that, like, a few people think it's real, like you said. I think everyone said that about Kurt Angle as well, didn't they? Like, he was acting like his achievements in wrestling were the same as his Olympic medals. Like, it was real to him. Yeah.
I don't know. I've never done it, so I don't know. But I just think that's the whole point, isn't it?
I think it's a tough business, but I think you've got a responsibility to look after your opponent as well.
It's going to hair anyhow. It's like it's getting chucked around. It's just going to hair. But I just think you must be able to pull back on your punches. And I think the one obviously wasn't doing it in this match.
It's like Shamrock takes a suplex over the top rope as well, and he literally lands like on his front. That looks brutal.
Yeah, well, I get that. That's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt. So just when you're punching him, just hold up.
Yeah,
punch him in the head. Pull out or something. I don't know. There's obviously a way of doing it. You start fighting on the outside, and Vader misses a moonsault, and then Shamrock reverses him, getting like kicked and punched into an ankle lock. Shamrock wins by submission, 13 minutes.
Do you know what? Fair play to Vader for being able to pull off a moonsault.
Oh, he's an athletic big man, isn't he?
He's a very athletic big man.
I've never understood the Vader hype because I don't think I've seen much of him. And what I have seen of him is clearly at the end of his run.
Yeah, we should
do some big deal.
We should do some old school WCW.
I think we should probably do some 90s, early 90s WCW. Or even some...
Just without RoboCop, which is in the archive.
Yeah. What? He didn't like that. Because there's all these big names, and I've only ever seen them at the end, and you're just like... I was a bit like that with Shawn Michaels. I was just like, yeah, he is what he is.
Yeah, absolutely like that with Shawn Michaels. But... Yeah,
because you missed the radio, so you think, well, they'll just they are what they are. Like.
imagine people watching Jericho for the first time.
It's Christ. Yeah, we'll see what that's like. Yeah. Look at this match, Terry Patez.
It was all right, wasn't it? It was just like this show, all right. Won't really watch it again. Like I said, the suplex looks a bit brutal. Fair play to Vader for being able to pull off a moonsault. Miss Ken Shamrock's proper music.
Because he's got some of the best music in WWE.
Yeah, he's got good music.
It's great.
So, yeah.
What did old Meltzer boy give it?
He gave it 3.5. 3.25, sorry, which is his highest rating.
That's too high. I'd give every match on this.
He loves it though.
Not 3.25 like the Gauntlet match. That was 3/4.
Yeah, an actual.
Japanese, isn't it?
Yeah, he loves it. I thought it was a weird debut for Ken Shamrock. If he's
I thought
I'd just put him in a squashy and some geek.
Yeah.
Yeah, have him just obliterate someone.
But then I suppose
this should have been like his 5th or 6th match.
But then I suppose if you're beating someone the size of Vader,
I get what we're going for.
I suppose they've knocked a big lad down, haven't they? To show he's so dangerous. I guess
it's kind of I guess you're skipping all that part. I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So, but I think they should.
I can see why they put him against Vader. To be fair, I don't necessarily think he needs to go against a jobber on this one. I think going over Vader is quite a big scoop.
Yeah, but it's good to see him put him over Bob Holly. See Bob Holly go stiff on him. And Shamrock just choking the fuck out.
we had Brock for that in the end,
anyway. Yeah. I wonder if he's done it since.
I think he's barely wrestled since. I was like, no, he has done it since. I'm sure that Matt Capitelli thing was afterwards.
Yeah, the Matt Capitelli thing, that was tough enough on it.
Yeah, I'm sure that was afterwards. But yeah, it's just great on it. Like, yeah, I'm gonna sandbag your powerbomb. Fine, I'll just fucking drop you on your neck.
I'll just fuck yeah. No matter what you do, I'll always be bigger and stronger. The wrong guy to do it. If I looked at Brock Lesnar and he told me to do something, I would just do it.
Yeah, I think he's only like 23, 24 all the time, wasn't he? So
but he's still a machine.
I know, yeah,
he's still a scary looking man.
Yeah,
I mean, Bob Holly has once wrestled a bear. So
I don't remember this. That's when Bob Holly wrestled a bear.
Do you know his book?
I've not read his book. You were surprised to.
Have you listened to the Bob Holly Something to Wrestle?
I don't know if I have actually.
Listen to he wrestles a bear.
Right,
it's ridiculous.
Okay.
I don't know if he's about to wrestle a bear, and someone just offers him something. He's like, "Yeah, I'll wrestle a bear." How hard could it be?
Just on a complete side note, if somebody else ridiculous fought off animals, Nigel Pearson fought off a pack of wolves. Former Hull City manager Nigel Pearson apparently fought off a pack of wolves.
When did that
happen? Probably in one of his dreams. I don't know. It's I've got it here. Someone was
I
telling me
Wolverine
about
to his uncle in the summer.
Someone was telling me about my stream the other day that he did it. The story came at the end of 2019, so I don't really know. While he was on holiday.
Yeah, but I've got one thing to ask you.
Stuart Pearce revealed an incredible story about Nigel Pearson that was nearly killed by a pack of wolves while on holiday. There you go. Apparently he wrestled a pack of wolves off.
So Peters, are you an ostrich?
No, I'm a wolf.
Are you an ostrich?
Yeah.
That's got to be the best press conference of all time. Are you an ostrich?
So yeah, there you go. So there you go. Somebody else that
What if the
Leslie Grantham killed a guy.
Who's Leslie Grantham?
Dirty Dan from EastEnders.
So did Matty Janae.
Yeah, Matty Janae claimed that.
Yeah, that was weird.
Just on Facebook or something.
Yeah, it's just like, just convict him and put him in a sea or something. I can't wait to now.
You allegedly killed a guy. CJ Demouy.
Yeah, he did.
No, I remember
He was
apparently
wanted while he was
didn't he?
homeless in Amsterdam.
Well, he wrote about his book, didn't it? And then
Pushed him in a river or something.
I think didn't the police look into him? It was like he was just lying about it, though, wasn't he?
That was he?
I think
He pushed him
his
into one
book
of
or
the
something on it, but the police looked into it and couldn't find anything.
Yeah, he pushed him into one of the canals, apparently.
Yeah. Change his name. CJ Demouy means CJ the Beautiful, doesn't it?
Is it?
Yeah, change his name.
He's a douche, isn't he? On the old eggheads.
Craig Smith or something, isn't it?
Here's one for you then. What do you prefer, the eggheads or the chase?
Never watched Chase.
Eggheads, but with the original crew.
Oh, right, yeah. So Kevin, Chris.
Well,
Judith.
Damn, man.
And then old Jeremy Mann. Judith.
Keppelwell.
Who was the other old bird?
Daphne.
Daphne.
Daphne, but yeah.
Yeah, he was arrested at Heathrow Airport in connection with claims that he'd reported the bandit's autobiography. Then he punched a drug-addicted mugger and threw him into a canal.
Yeah, there you go.
CJ Demouy.
He was declared bankrupt in 2018 following lengthy legal proceedings in connection with the arrest.
Oh, so if he hasn't been doing this, fucking idiot. That's how he's bankrupt.
There you go. CJ's from Barnsley.
I see.
Yeah, there you go.
No, but then Peters, the chase. Get it watched. What's better than the chase?
No, the chase. I'm not about the Welsh guy. I'd rather watch Pointless at the same time.
Beat the Chase is better than the chase.
Oh, I've seen that.
It's better.
Yeah.
They do it like 1 week a year.
Yeah.
It's mild. It's hot, but get it watched, guys. Quiz fans out there.
Yeah.
Beat the Chasers. I think
Speaking of stuff we watched, I know I'm just going wildly off topic again. Did you see The Circle got cancelled last night?
Right, yeah. I'm in two minds about this. One, yes, I'm disappointed that The Circle's been cancelled. But two, I'm also glad The Circle's been cancelled so it doesn't get hauled out.
Yeah, it's going to end up on Netflix, isn't it?
I think so.
The American one's already on there.
Yeah, I've not watched the second two, the American two.
I've got 2 episodes left of the first series. So
I love the first American two.
Is it Shuby to win?
Oh, Shuby all the way.
Shuby. Also, Joey, is he not just a parody of himself?
Yeah, but he's face 10 throughout the show, isn't it? He starts off as a big heel, and you like him at the end.
It's hard not to like him.
Yeah.
Oh. No, I can't see. They already ruined the Circle. And I said this from the start because I'm an OG Circle fan. It's like Big Brother. The whole point of Big Brother was to put 10 normal people in the house and watch them crack. Mm-hmm. And then at the end of Big Brother, it was a parody of itself where they put 20 ridiculous people. They had all these ridiculous rule changes and all this. But the Circle was already ending up that way. You only had a couple of years. The second year, the chat ruined it by putting Richard Madeley in it.
How did that ruin anything else? That was great.
You got to see Richard Madeley twerk doing bubble butt.
Richard Madeley does not ruin anything.
Bubble butt. Bubble.
And then Emma Willis has ruined it. She doesn't need to be there. The second season was the worst season because
Paddy won.
Well, yeah, that was annoying. But they tried to do like a Big Brother style thing where they had a Saturday show. You didn't actually see. I hate that. I hate it when they do the show talking about it instead of the actual show because people just want to watch the show.
Yeah.
And at one point, you could literally just sit and watch Big Brother all day inside the house.
Yes, you could.
TV.
You could do the same with I'm a Celebrity on TV.
Yeah, but on I'm a Celebrity, it was always the voice off.
They took the voice off, and also because it was in Australia, you just watched them sleep.
Yeah, I was going to say Big Brother used to take the voices off when they were talking about things as well.
Yeah,
things. So
but the Circle, I'm glad if it has been cancelled and it's not coming back, then I'm glad because it remained pure.
No, I need
pure and simple. Gonna be there.
Gonna be there.
Do you remember when
whatever you say, you know I'm gonna be there.
Can you tell listeners that this show is a load of horse shit and we've got absolutely nothing to talk about?
There's about 10 minutes of wrestling content. But to bring that back round to wrestling, they should bring back WWE Legends House.
Yeah, that was great.
That was great.
That was brilliant.
Tim Duggan.
Yeah,
Duggan,
Patterson.
Patterson.
Patterson came out gay, wasn't it?
Yeah, officially.
I was going to say,
Was Hillbilly Jim in there?
Yeah, Hillbilly Jim was in there.
Roddy Piper was in there because he was a
Mouth of the South. I think he was in there.
Yeah, was Kamala in there? Have I made that up?
No, he was fighting diabetes at the time, wasn't he?
Oh, was he?
He had lost it off his legs, didn't he? I think. Yeah.
I know he did in the end.
Before he died, yeah. He had some...
Sad state of affairs.
Legends.
So sad. Gene Oakland, Tony Atlas.
They've deleted the Legends House Wikipedia article.
Here you go. So it's Roddy Piper, Tony Atlas, Gene Oakland, Pat Patterson, Jim Morris, which I assume is Hillbilly Jim, Howard Finkel, Jimmy Hart, Ashley Roberts. Don't know who that is.
She's from the
Rolls?
Yeah, she presented it. She wasn't in there with him. She
actually presented.
She was the presenter. Yeah.
Right, and then Jim Duggan.
Yeah.
There you go.
Jesus Christ!
I got that off IMDb.
There we go.
Other searchable sites available. So
except for Wikipedia, because it's not on here anymore. Apparently.
Yeah, exactly. That's what
Do you know what we need? We need Louis Theroux to revisit his wrestling. He's 20 years on. See what's changed. He's done it with other ones, hasn't he? He's done it with loads of others.
Yeah, I'll tweet him. Do you want?
Wonder if Sarge is still kicking about.
It's a piece of shit in Dave Bautista's book. We know that much, don't we? Batista as well said the next film's going to be his last as Drax. All happened late yesterday.
Just kicked off.
Oh, it kicked off.
Right.
Yeah. Again, though, but good because you don't see him get hauled out.
Well, if he said Drax is going to continue, but not with Batista because he'll be 54 when the next film comes out.
Fair play to him. But he's still a physical beast.
Yeah.
He's literally a god amongst men, isn't he?
Yeah, this is all right, isn't he?
Somebody, I saw something on Twitter, I was just talking about Batista. Somebody said, because he was trending the other day for whatever reason, he needs to be the romantic lead in the comedy. And I thought, yeah, he does. I'd watch that all day long.
Well, yeah, sure. Let's see.
Okay, all right. Back to Legends House, anyhow. All we need is Mick Foley, The Big Show, Mark Henry, and Rikishi in a car on a road trip. That's all we need. That'd be it.
That'd be right. Combat did it similar today, didn't the one with Tony Schiavone and JR on a road trip? Oh, and few shows.
Red ass, certainly.
Yeah.
Oh, JR. Anyhow, where are we?
The main event.
Yeah, Shamrock's won. So before the main event, then Stone Cold's interviewed by Todd Pettengill,
who just calls him Cold Steve Austin.
Cold.
I missed that.
That wasn't the bit I was going to bring up about Todd Pettengill making an error.
What did JR call him? I forgot to write it down.
Who, Todd Pettengill?
Yeah, he called him something when he threw to him. I can't remember what it was now.
I didn't notice. I just noticed him. I don't know if they obviously cut a little bit too late and he called him Stone Cold Steve Austin like properly, but all you came through on camera was Cold Steve Austin.
Imagine he was just shivering at the back. I've just seen rings.
All those big like ass and mega jackets just like backstage.
Basically, they didn't start showing Stone Cold stuttering Undertaker. Undertaker chokeslams him, but not according to Todd Pettengill, who calls it a tombstone pile driver.
That's what it used to be called at this point.
The choke slam was never called a tombstone pile driver.
Sorry. I didn't notice that actually. I was thinking, I thought you just meant it wasn't called the tombstone pile driver.
No, he choke slams him, and Todd Pettengill goes, "There we go, the tombstone pile driver."
Okay, I need to listen to more what you just said. There, but I've got
thinking about Steve Austin being chilly.
Warm Steve Austin.
Chili McFreeze, that was his name, wasn't it?
Otto von Freeze, wasn't it?
Otto von Freeze. What was chili?
There was a chili to it.
Ice Dagger.
Ice Dagger.
That was one.
The champion, Ice Dagger. Would have been Ice Dagger Steve Austin, so that's not as bad.
That'd be alright, actually, wasn't it? Ice Dagger.
Otto von Freeze, though. One of the champion, Otto von Freeze. You must know. You get a name now, for fuck's sake.
Mm-hmm.
I bet Dolph Ziggler wants.
He's done alright, actually, hasn't Dolph Ziggler.
Somebody said, didn't they? You never run a champion called Dolph Ziggler. No, you were wrong. He's done it twice. Anyhow, the match then. This is for the WWF title. Stone Cold versus the champion,
and
Undertaker.
It does not feel like it's for the WWF title.
Oh God, no. The Hart Foundation turn up then as they're having a little standoff.
Austin, no. Why? Right. So they've had to buy tickets.
So why have they come through the stage?
And then they've come through the vendor entrance through. Yeah.
No,
why is Bret Hart in a wheelchair?
His legs don't work. Yeah, I don't know why they came through on the stage because I was expecting them to come through the crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been better, wouldn't it? But you get that buzz, don't you?
I also think someone tries to nick Jim Neidhart's crutch that he's got in his hand.
Well, apparently they got loads of heat, and because if you notice at the start they just sat there, but then halfway through the match, the security stood behind them.
Yeah, well, like I say, I think someone had tried to nick the crutch of Bret Hart's that Neidhart was carrying because he sort of holds it, and someone grabs it, and he turns around, and then Bret Hart gets some rubbish chucked at him as well.
They did a lot of heat, didn't they?
Yeah, they used to throw trash back in these days, didn't they? It was quite a common thing. But WCW happened all the time, didn't it?
Yeah. This was after Pillman's Got a Gun as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, because was that not the original rivalry?
Yeah. Well, Pillman's Got a Gun was 96 November, which I assume then led into this.
Yeah. And I don't actually know why he was in a wheelchair, Peters.
Okay, fair enough. And then this was also just a couple of months before Austin would break his neck.
Yeah,
it looked like he bloody did at the end of this one, but we'll get to that.
We'll get to that. But yeah, so I don't know. Why would you come through the stage just buy a ticket like John Cena at WrestleMania that year when you two were there?
That was great. That he was there in the crowd,
turned up,
chilling the crowd for the entire pre-show.
Having a warm beer.
Terry Peters, Austin injured Hart's ankle with a steel chair. I'm guessing that's why.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
So his legs didn't work. I was right. So they turn up anyhow. Austin then attacks Taker while still wearing his coat. Taker has belt. Love that.
I like the old school belt as well, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it was a good belt.
Old school.
Stupid Cena ruining the belts.
I thought you said stupid semen then.
Well, yeah, that as well.
There was there 2 belts after this one, 3 if you count the Smoking Skull.
Yeah, there was quite a few. And then didn't The Rock have the Rocky Mountain title as well?
He never got to TV.
Did it not?
It didn't come in time. It didn't come in time. So it's on the games now and stuff. And I think you can buy replicas, but it never actually made it to TV.
Right, yeah.
Belts were good, but then Cena in his stupid spinner, then it went to non-spinner belt.
They should make that Edge one that he designed.
The Rated R one?
Yeah. Not the one that the end of
not the one that was the same one, but it had Rated R.
Yeah, because it didn't get in time. He designed one that was really good. Yeah.
Imagine if that had to come in. Cena wouldn't have had that. I don't think that they kept that belt all the way through after Cena. She's never done that anyhow.
Mm-hmm.
Now I just think they look a bit boring. All the belts are all the same, aren't
they? Yeah, I like them.
I don't know.
It'd be better, nice if the Universal one did have a different design. Just because
make them different. And the women's one.
It's not as offensive as the red one, the blue one. That's for sure.
No, it's not. I'd have had to just add the background that colour.
Yeah.
You know, like the women's ones.
Yeah.
Have them black, so the men's and the women's are the same.
I still think that the women's should be called the Universal and WWE rather than Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah, it's cheapens, isn't it?
It's on the same level.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. So, middle of the match, Austin runs out, drags Owen out of the fence, starts beating on him. I do love it. Austin is in a submission hold because there was that wave in the legs, which is just fucking boring all the way through. But Austin's talking trash talk to the Hearts as Taker's got him in a submission. Love that. There's low blows by both. Then Hebner, come on, mate, do your job. Ref the match. There's a clear low blow in front of him. And he
had a bad night refereeing.
Austin asks, come on, hell, he just hit me in the nuts.
Yeah.
And he flips in the bed.
Well, Austin didn't want to be disqualified, though. Does he? Don't want a disqualification, does he?
They lose anyhow, don't they? So.
How weird does the ring sound as well when Al Hebner's hitting it? Sounds real hard, doesn't it?
The ring was a bit... had that bouncy,
weird,
like a real
echoey thing. Hollow sound to it, doesn't it?
But you get it sounds like when you're there live, it's a different sound, isn't it?
Yeah.
It sounded like that, I thought. Austin then hits a stunner. Brian Pillman rings the bell before the pin's called.
I like this.
Yeah.
So distract Austin. I thought it was quite cool.
It didn't distract the rest as well, didn't it? It was just like, oh, you know what?
Yeah. I was like, I don't remember counting 3, but I guess
and then they were preparing for November night.
Yeah. So he does that all the time. Yeah, he's got pretty well. He'll have future.
I was going to say it's foreshadowing, isn't it?
So I was shocked that Hebner screwed Bret. No, we're not, because you know what? He just says, yeah, that's it. So then Taker stands up after the old schmoz, hits him with a tombstone, an actual tombstone though.
An actual tombstone power driver, not a choke slam.
Not a choke slam, going to top pin kill. And then Hart Foundation run in and attack everyone. So that was Taker face as well. Was his face on face? Yeah,
he was, because he won the belt at WrestleMania 13 against Sid.
Yeah, is this the one where I know Austin and Taker on the thing and Austin was face, but he started working heel against Taker. I'm assuming it was this rivalry, was it? Around about this time.
Yeah, well,
it was face on face.
Austin had only just turned. Like, he was kind of a heel, and they did the double turn at WrestleMania 13, didn't they?
Yeah.
So I guess he was a tweener at this point.
The Hart Foundation attack the ring. Austin then steals a crutch from Bret Hart, clears the ring with it, and then, it's the Attitude Era. Austin ends with a stunner, but then he plays music. He's walked out to Undertaker's music.
His music sounded a bit different on this one as well. It sounded more like it did on the video games.
Yeah, well, I think that about early Austin. It wasn't as in. It's not the same as what they have now.
It felt a lot more quiet. It felt quieter.
Yeah. The one they've got now is the perfect Steve Austin thing, but he barely has it all the way through his actual run.
Yeah.
He goes into this stair.
When you think about it, this is like the start of his run, and he was gone 2003. 6 years.
6 years, yeah.
We've had people on Raw longer than that. Dolph Ziggler's been on Raw for about 15 years.
Yeah, 7 years.
Yeah, exactly. And like
you say,
Kofi Kingston versus Dolph. If you added up the time, that's probably longer than 6 minutes.
You
6 hours they've wrestled.
You think how long that this run was. It feels like that time, and it was like literally half the time. It's absolutely insane.
Well, look at The Rock.
Exactly.
Rock was even less.
That's what I mean. It's mad. It's absolutely mad that people are on Raw and SmackDown for like 9-10 years now.
Yeah,
and then
I think that's probably why the show feels so still now. Yeah.
Because of run out. Look at
like when we do like 2011 shows, like the one we did last week, the card wasn't that much different to
what it is now.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, and Cena, isn't it? For no fault of their own, they've been there for that long. They've just had a million matches together. WWE don't help.
Autumn must be coming to close to 20 years in total now.
Well, 2003, wasn't it? 2003,
yeah,
2004.
That's what I mean, so 18 years.
WWE don't help because when they have a feud, they do 5 matches in a row, and then they have tag matches, and then they have other matches, and then they're on the same side, and they're against each other. So they bear them out anyhow. Whereas in this era, you had the pay-per-view, and then there was another match in the next pay-per-view.
Orton's first official appearance was at March 16th, 2002 at Access, and his first win was April 2002 against Hardcore Holly. So it's nearly 20 years, 19 years Randy Orton's been there.
Well, yeah, they're not help
and he's
himself.
still only 41.
Mad, isn't it? What do we think of this match then? Just slow, boring?
Hey, it wasn't good. I thought Dave gave it a 3. I liked the Pillman thing. Didn't mind the Pillman thing.
Undertaker couldn't really work in this era, could he?
I don't think Austin and Taker have ever had that many good matches.
No.
They're just two where it hasn't clicked.
It was too much focused on the Hart Foundation for me, this one.
Yeah, well, the next In Your House was
the Canadian
Stampede, wasn't it?
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah, for me, not good again. Not good at all. If you're going to give this 6.5, I'm really going to question many of your choices.
I just think it was inoffensive. It was just, I'll never watch it again. I didn't think it was the worst thing we've seen. I just thought it was there. It was only an hour and 45 minutes long.
To me, it was a glorified house show.
Yeah. Well, but I guess that's what In Your Houses are, though, aren't they? This wasn't a main pay-per-view.
I don't know. I would have said this was a lot worse than the last one that we watched.
Yeah, but I didn't think it was bad. It was all right. It was there. I've watched it. I'll never watch it again. But I didn't mind watching it. But I'm not going to go back and say you need to watch this pay-per-view.
I just got a bit bored.
Yeah, it's too boring for me. It didn't grip me at all. This.
Yeah. No, it appears.
And it's just flat middle of the road for me, which, as we discussed on the tier list, 6.5.
Yeah.
It was there, wasn't it? It was just a thing.
No.
we watched it. It was all right. None of the matches I thought were the worst matches I've ever seen. It was all okay.
I think the best match for me was
I think that's worse
Vader.
to me. We'll discuss this for us. Like, if it's a really bad pay-per-view, I enjoy Marcus. It's fun.
Yeah, because it's memorable in it for being bad. There's funny bits, whereas this, nothing sticks out. For me, the best match was Shamrock Vader. And even then...
Really?
Well,
see, I thought the first two matches were better than that.
Opening match for me is...
Oh, my God.
I thought the first two matches were better than that one.
So, Ross is giving it a 6.5.
Yeah, middle of the road, 6.5.
Lou?
Out of 10, 4.
A what?
4 for me.
A 4. I'm going to go even lower than 4. I'm going to give it like a 3. I thought he should. Oh shit! I thought he should so bad.
What is wrong with you?
I thought he should.
I thought it was like
this is up there with one of the worst things. That one of my
the card looked good as well, didn't it?
Yeah. You look at it, you think, oh yeah, Triple H, Mankind. That sounds. I know it's Hunter Hearst tells you.
I mean, you need to go on the match. It's going to be boring.
You're not going to get. Sorry, Hunter Hearst tells you Flash Funk. You're thinking, yeah. Although it's Hunter Hearst tells you know what he's about. You're probably going to get a good match. Rankine. Oh
God, right. Spooky Skank and the Rankine.
There you go. Going next week to WWF. Rankine. With a Randible Claw.
Oh, no.
Mankind versus Rocky Maivia. Again, you know it's not The Rock, but you know who is Rocky Maivia. You're expecting something. Didn't deliver. You're expecting to be a pile of shite, aren't you?
I think this full pay-per-view is...
And Austin Undertaker, you're thinking, yeah, 2 big stalwarts of the era.
Yeah, but it's before everyone found their lane. So you've got early Triple H before he became Triple H. You've got Mankind before he becomes proper Mankind. You've got The Rock before he becomes The Rock. Stone Cold's only just figuring it out. Undertaker, we said, hasn't got better.
Let me finish! That's what I was trying to get through.
I don't care what you have to say.
You know what? Shut up.
You've got Ken Shamrock before he becomes Ken Shamrock.
It was years worth of work, goddammit.
when we listen to your points that you that's what we get. You could say this was years worth of hard work.
It was years worth.
To call that to Peters, this was the start of the years worth of hard work that led to WrestleMania.
So we watched the start and we watched the end. The end was a lot better than the start. And this was definitely the darkest.
I just keep
the dawn of WrestleMania 18.
I just keep agreeing with Peters today. That's what's going on.
No, it's happening to me also.
We colluded before, and that's what we're waiting.
Yeah, we
did.
Come on.
But yeah, not good for me. This one. I think this is up there with one of the worst things that we've watched.
Yeah, it's definitely
It's just so boring.
It's boring as fuck.
The
good thing it had good about it was that it was only an hour 5.
Yeah,
this is not in the.
My favourite part was the ending.
Yeah,
because the worst thing we've ever watched is TNA's first pay-per-view, right?
Yeah,
this is nowhere near that.
No, at least because that was fun. That had like a stupid promo. Everyone's like,
ironically, Ken Shamrock feels he's in both.
Yeah, it had some fucking rip-off Scott Steiner. Right, there was the fucking dicks, or whatever they were called. There was 2 people literally dressed up as penises.
Yeah,
and you can tell me that this was more entertaining than that.
I'd rather watch this.
Well, I'd rather watch 2 wrestling dicks.
As I said, both got Ken Shamrock in. Do the maths.
Oh no! You can't forget Ken Shamrock. I'm doing day.
Well, correlation's there.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I'm going to tell him what you choke out Peters.
These are the facts.
Hey, Peter, that's Ken Shamrock. Book it.
Peters is just spitting truth, isn't
he? Terry Peters is in the. No, Terry Peters might have to pull double duty.
But we'll do around
Backlash Mania.
Well, let's not wait till the rest around Mania of Backlash Mania. We'll do it now. We'll do it at
tonight. Terry Peters in a submissions match against Ken Shamrock.
You may get Rankind as well, showing up. What are we doing next week then, boys?
We're doing, as we discussed earlier on, next week we're doing Blood and Guts.
That's it, confirmed.
We're doing Blood and Guts. AEW for the first time. We slagged it off. You know what? We'll give it a chance, and if it's shit, we'll say it's shit. If it's good, we'll say it's good.
No, it's actually all right. I think AEW is all right. It's just the fans are just
the wrestling's fine. The wrestling's great, and I think there is some good storytelling in there. It's just the toxicity of the internet with it.
And the owner is a bit of a prick.
He's annoying, isn't he?
Yeah, just an absolute toilet.
His dad's got a great moustache, though, hasn't
he? Yeah, but a good moustache will do a lot of things for a lot of people, but he's more annoying than I am.
That's a quote.
Get another t-shirt.
Yeah.
What's that?
Good moustache will do a lot of things for a lot of people.
A lot of good things for a lot of people.
Yeah, we'll bag that up, but we'll do it because we've seen the end. But it's late, but screw it. We'll see the hype died down, and we'll get it back up. That's what we'll do. Yeah, but I'm a retro. We are retro. And the important thing tonight is to join us on Twitch at 7:30.
And where can we find you on Twitch?
At Restaurant. No, twitch.tv/Restaurant, isn't it?
Good lad.
Yeah. You can find us everywhere. Just Google Wrestling Around. We're about all over. And we're going to hopefully release the first debut of Terry Peters' music career. Wet Ass Peters.
Wet Ass Peters.
Which, to be fair, if you're tuning in on Wednesday nights, he's very oily.
Yeah,
Terry Peters, and that's it. Anybody who's interested, that's exactly what Terry Peters looks like.
Yeah, it's real life. But it's on a winning streak now. Right?
He is on a hot streak.
He's got his tag team partner, the Undertaker. So
will he beat? Yeah, will he beat Ken Shamrock in a submissions match?
Who knows? We'll
Can you put it in a cage? Can you do a cage?
We can do a cage match submission match. Yeah, we can.
Yeah, we'll do that. As the commissioner, that's what I'm commissioning.
Yeah. All right.
Terry Peters, you can find him if you Google the old Bell Nation. He'll be around. He's had his plug. He's not having anymore. You can find Lou. He's on the old Instagram and Twitter. Annoying Dave Meltzer, Lou Markham. I'm at the Ross M on Twitter. Like I say, Google us. Wrestling Around. We are all over. Thank you very much for joining me, Terry Peters.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us, Lou.
No, thank you, Ross.
Yeah,
thank you.
Thank you, everybody, for listening. Don't forget to join us tonight on Twitch. And join us next week, where for the first time ever, we do AEW, where we cover AEW Blood and Guts.
Wet Ass Peters.
Acast powers the world's best podcasts. Here's a new season we recommend.
My name is Lara Marie Shanehalls, and after the third installment of Sex and the City was canceled, I couldn't help but wonder, what would it look like to save Sex and the City 3?
Like how in my version of Sex and the City, everyone's like buying a gun.
You know what's harder than being like a 40-year-old divorcee? A 40-year-old divorcee.
My guests come with a storyline for each of the four ladies, and then we go back to the beginning and build the movie from there.
Miranda adopts an old-ass dog.
I just said, what if Samantha is June Squibb?
Yeah, I'm always down for a Gen Z Charlotte makeover.
And then, of course, I think Carrie would also think the pegging was weird.
New episodes are released every Wednesday. You can subscribe on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Acast
recommends.